Good morning, friends. Any successful presentation involves three steps: prepare, practice, and perform. To give dazzling presentations and performances, we should always spend more time in practice than preparation. Preparation does not involve preparing our PowerPoint slides alone. We should also prepare ourselves to troubleshoot many technical issues related to the computers and presentations. When we are presenting in a new place, we may face many issues. These issues could be hardware or software incompatibilities. Usual hardware issues are: one, different computer platforms such as Windows versus Mac computer platforms, and second, non-availability of appropriate adapters to connect and play your computer presentations. Software problems could be non-availability of softwares we are using or differences in versions of our software. We will discuss about hardware issues during another session. In this edition, I'll speak to you about software issues and how you can resolve those issues. To be safer side, always use genuine and latest software. Many third-party audiovisual service providers may not have the latest version of softwares. If you have the latest version of software, you can always go to Save As option and save your presentation in an older version, that is 1997 or 2003 version if you're using PowerPoint presentations. Let me show you. I go to the escape. So what you can do is you can go to Save As option in the under the File menu. File menu is here, as you can see. You click the File menu, you will get a drop down menu. So you go to Save As option. This is Save As option. You can also alternatively use Shift and Command on a Mac computer. Shift and Command, yes. When I click that, I will get a drop down menu where I can save my file, okay, through which I can save my file. So here file format option is there, as you can see here. This is file format option, okay. Here the current format is PowerPoint presentation, that is .pptx, okay. I want to go for a older version, okay. When I click down the drop down menu, here other common formats commonly being used are shown, okay, as you can see here. So the first version is PowerPoint 97 2003 version, that is PPT version, that is the older version of PowerPoint. So if I go there, if I click on that, this file will be saved as a older version. Another new file will be made in this name, okay. That is how we save. Anyway, right now I'm not going to save this file in an older version, okay. Yeah, with that, another important thing, how you save your slide also determines smooth operability, specifically videos. Today we will learn about how to save and bundle your Microsoft PowerPoint file and all material related to it, such as pictures, videos, sounds, notes, handouts, and references. Whenever I create a new PowerPoint presentation, first I start by creating a folder for it, and I name the folder same as the name of my presentation so that I can identify it easily, locate it easily, or search for it easily on a desktop or laptop. For example, I'm giving this folder a name frontal sinus imaging because I'm going to create a PowerPoint presentation named frontal sinus imaging. This is my PowerPoint presentation. When I save, the PowerPoint gives this icon, okay. I'm going to give the same name as the folder. So this folder is known as the mother folder, root folder, or home folder. If the presentation is in the near future, I will save it on the desktop, if not on a designated drive on my hard disk. The PowerPoint presentations are like jewels. We should give them a right place and protect them carefully. Then I create a new PowerPoint presentation and save it in the folder and give it the same name. Each and every presentation will be in its own folder with the same name. Then I create 4 more folders one by one. This first folder is for pictures. All pictures used in the PowerPoint presentation will be in this folder. Then I create a folder for all video. All videos related to this presentation will be in this folder. Third folder is for sounds. The sounds may be a music, a narration, or a patient's voice which will be used in the PowerPoint presentation. Sometimes I record my own voice during practice sessions and I save it in this folder so that I can listen to it whenever I want to review it. Fourth one is for notes. Any notes, handouts and references related to this particular presentation will be in this folder. This way we are very well organized and it also helps in smooth operations, specifically when you play videos on the PowerPoint. If you want to carry your presentation on a pen drive or a hard disk, copy entire mother home folder, root folder or mother folder. That way your presentation and all related files will be together. If you are asked to play your presentation from someone else's computer or laptop, copy the entire folder only on the desktop there. That way your presentation and all related videos will play seamlessly. If you copy the mother folder in any other place other than the desktop, you will have to reinsert the video and ensure that they play properly. That is because when we insert a media file such as video, the PowerPoint creates a path for it, okay, such as a path like this. This is the usual path the PowerPoint creates when you save the file on the or folder on the desktop. This path is retained when we copy the mother folder on the desktop of any other computer. If you copy elsewhere, the path is changed. The video will not play unless you reinsert them again and create a new path. If you try to play the video, you will receive an error message saying PowerPoint cannot find the video. Creating dedicated folders will not only help us in getting organized, they will also help in smooth running of PowerPoint and related video. Thank you very much.